Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Respawn LAN number 27. We are here in beautiful Latrobe University, down here at Bandura. I am Ragnarok, I am from GameStar. I'm here to bring you all the League of Legends actions that's coming up. We are already into our first game. We are into the draft already, so I'll switch that straight over. We are casting Knife and Fork Patrol versus Strength in Numbers. Should be a fantastic matchup. We do already have all the bans that have gone through. We do have a Mumu Blitzcrank Ribbon being banned out by the blue team. Purple has decided to ban out Jarvan, Renekton, Volibear. Very, very strong picks, and it looks like we're going to go for a straight up. We're going to be going for a Nocturne. So this should be very, very interesting. Some of these teams I have not heard of before. I have been a little bit out of the meta game for League of Legends, but we are here. We are doing the broadcast here at Respawn. There is multiple games going on down here. We do have StarCraft 2 competition, which will be streamed out as well, and we also have the Dota 2, which I might be jumping into a little bit later on. But it looks like all the time's coming down. Picks are going out. We haven't got anything, and there you go Tarek. That's obviously most likely going to be the support coming out. And a Misfortune, so it looks like they've already got their bot lane all sorted out. They are going the Misfortune with the Tarek. Misfortune doesn't have much in the way of slow or stun, but that's going to be made up for a lot with Tarek, but she does have that bonus attack speed that comes out from her, so it should be very good to see. I'm not exactly sure which team is on which. Let me just see if I can find out. But this is the Respawn tournament. First place will be getting $500 cash. That's right, $500 cash coming first in the League of Legends tournament. $250 is going to be going out to second place. And third place will be getting 5 computer fans from Fractal Designs. Yes, that's right, 5. One for each player that's going to be coming out. And we do have a Draven, and it looks like Sona has come out as well. Nope, they're going to change it over to Lux. For it, so this, I'm not sure, this could be their mid laner, this could also be their support. Lux can be played in a multiple of roles. She does have a good slow, she does have a good snare, so it'll be interesting to see where she's going to be played. But they do have time coming down as well, so we're not sure. There you go, that's all locked in. So now it's back over to the purple team. I'm not exactly sure which team is which at the moment. I still haven't received anything back. Oh, but there we go. It looks like Zed's going to be picked up, and a Shen. So obviously one of them's going to be top lane, one of them's going to be jungle. We're not sure which is going to be which at the moment, but Shen very strong, especially with the team fights. He can turn around, use that last stand in there. Alright, so Troll Captors is Knife and Fork. So Knife and Fork is on the blue team. And there we go. It looks like a Jace there. Last selection up. Jace very strong. Very good at poke and disengage. It looks like they're going for a very pokey comp because they do have the Nidalee in their lineup. So with it, they are going to be able to come out, disengage, poke a lot down. So it looks like they might be going for a very pokey combination here. Nidalee usually run as a top laner, but with a Jace in the lineup and a Nocturne, most likely not going to be going that. Most is probably going to be a support Nidalee going down into that lane, but we'll see how it does go. We're not sure exactly how this is going to turn out just yet. It's a very good game. Oh, it actually changed over to Elise. I'm not sure whether they're trying to troll us here or what's going on, but it is going to be an Elise coming out. Yes, no, maybe. Might be their mid lane AP, and it looks like yes, it's going to be the Elise. So mid laner, most likely. Look, Flux is probably going to be going into that supporting role, and a Malzahar pick up here. Malzahar, haven't seen him in any sort of game in a very long time, but with the changes that he did have to his pool as well as his ultimate, how they're mostly an instant cast now, there's not really much of a delay. It is going to bring that really, really well for them. So we will see how this is going to turn out. No, they've changed it over. It's now going to be Kassadin by the look of it, and there's no doubt that he's going to be going into that mid lane no matter what. So he's going to be the pickup. They do have 25 seconds left, so see what they're going to do. Whether they're going to try and troll us again, whether they're just probably talking it over, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. And the Respawn LOL chat in here, as you can see, all our teams, all our players, we get in there having a nice little chat away to each other, trying to figure out exactly what's going on in their team starting and stuff. And it does look like it's going to be a Kassadin pick. So Kassadin has been picked up here, and now they're just going to shift around to pick up who there's going to be, who's playing what. So there it is, all the way down here. It actually looks like that, who was it? Knives and Yeah, Knife and Fork Patrol actually haven't changed around who they're going to be, who they're going to choose, who they're going to pick up. So it does look like they're going to stick that. So it looks like Trollcatsaw is going to be playing on that Nocturne. In a minute, we'll be on the Draven, Young Neil on Lux, and then we've got Elise, who's going to be played by Poles, and Rhinosaurus who's going to be picking up that Jace. And then we have Hartsky, who's going to be on that Tarek, and then we're going to have Aluzon going to be picking up that Cassidon. Brandon Execute going to be picking up Zed. Then we're going to have Sulizos sitting on that Misfortune, and Zodiac to pick up on the Shen. Sorry, not Chen. Chen is a Dota 2 character. Shen. I will be making that mistake on quite a few occasions, I'm guessing. But we will have a quick little gander here. There we go, and that's actually not the one I wanted to pick up. I wanted to view his profile. So he is going to be playing that Shen. Let's see what sort of masteries he's actually picked up on this. We go over to his runes, and by all standards, should be fairly tanky runes. Yeah, he's got some attack speed on there. He does have armor, magic persist per level, and some movement speed up there. So it looks like he might be going up into that top lane. See what it does. What sort of masteries? Most likely, oh no, he's gone a bit more aggressive. He's gone 9-21-0 on those masteries. So wonder how he's going to be going into that. But yeah. Oh well, we'll all find out very, very shortly. Where he's going to be heading into, and it does look like he will be most likely the jungle from all the pickups. We do have the runes here coming out for her 80 carry runes. We do have attack damage quintessences, we do have attack damage marks, some armor seals because most likely you got it, and some magic resist. So a little bit more on the defensive side from the 80 carry there with the flat magic resist and flat armor. Probably just protecting herself, most likely 21-9-0, yes. Very defensive here. He's going. Usually you see 21-0-9 coming out, but it does have the masteries in mostly the defense tree. We'll just flip over to the other 80 carry, which will be the Draven. And I clicked the wrong button again. Don't mind me. So we will have Draven coming out here, and we'll have a look at his runes. He's got attack damage runes, attack damage quints, marks, and then armor and magic resist per level. So not much of a difference, just the magic resist per level. So about level 6, he's going to overtake what the magic resist that Misfortune has in there. And we go over to the masteries, and he's gone 21-5-4, so he's got the improved recall, as well as 3 points in the Wanderer, just to give him that extra little bit of move speed around, as well as durability, and also jumping into Summoner's Resolve. So it's going to be very interesting, and we'll go over to the Nocturne, and I keep doing that, I keep clicking the wrong button. The Nocturne, the other jungler in this situation. We'll go have a look at the runes. We do have armor penetration quints. We do have attack speed marks, as well as some armor and flat magic resist in here. So it's going to be very interesting. We've got 30 seconds left on the delay until it comes up. We'll have a quick look at the mids. We'll have a look over at the runes for the Cassidon, and he does have magic pen, ability power per level, and some magic resist as well, because most likely you're usually going up against another mid. And we flip over, and I'm not sure, most likely it's going to be the Elise going into that mid lane. I'm not too sure on it, but we'll have a quick look over. Ability power, magic pen, armor, as well as some magic resist on there, so a little more defensive on that thing, but it does look like the game is going to kick off, and we are going to jump into that lovely picture of Nakes there for everyone to see, sitting in the background. But we will see how this is actually going to go out, and we'll flip over to the game screen just as we wait for this to load up. Hopefully we will be able to get in, and we will be able to load up into this, and there we go. We do have the load screen coming up. So as you can see, it will be that Shen going into the jungle. He has taken that smite, and we will have, who is it, the Nocturne coming back. And look at all those skins. We do have Bloodstone Tarek, we have Ithim Nocturne, Surgeon Shen, Mafia Misfortune, Zed and Caston letting the team down with nothing, the Lux as well not going down. So on the skins war, we do have Knife and Fork. They will be taking the win for the skins at this point in time. So Knife and Fork, strength in numbers, it should be a cracker of a match. First game here we are casting at Respawn at this point in time. Don't forget, these guys are all playing off for $500 cash That's right, $500 cash, first prize coming out here, and even second prize it's $250. I know there's a few games around here that's their top prize, and they can get it for getting second place. And there's many teams in this competition at the moment. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 teams actually sitting in this competition right now. So we will see how this kicks off. We are waiting just on Zed. His computer's decided to go into hamster mode and he's not able to. And there we go, we're underway. We are straight up into the match. Now let me just fix some of these around so we can actually we'll go with the junglers and we'll swap Draven. Oh no, Draven I want to keep there. Supports, Tarek and Lux, and then our mid laners and our top laners can both sit there. So there we go. It looks like there's a lot of health pots coming out very, very early. He looks like they're going to go down. See if there's any invades going to come in very, very early. It looks like we do have Knife and Fork. They are going to be just going out and protecting their blue. It looks like they've got the whole team there. And it looks like the same is going to be happening here for the others. Sorry about this. I keep forgetting their name. 4 strength in numbers. So looks like it's going to be just a nice, simple, easy little thing. There's not going to be no invades. There's not going to be anything. You can tell by that because Zed's actually just sitting up in the top lane, not really minding his business. If you can hear that in the background, that is Squid on the microphone. He is talking to the rest of the LAN that's coming down here. So we'll see what's going to be going on down here. As you can see, everything's spot. Even Ping's going out, wondering where people are. You do see the Elise. She's going to be going wandering in the bushes, just making sure that no one's actually camping around there. No wards have gone out just yet to try and ward anything off, try and spot anything. And you see in a minute there, he's winding up already for his big attack. And this is very interesting. No one's actually gone running back down the bottom lane just yet, so don't know what's going to be going on. And there's a Nocturne. He's going to clean up that blue camp first. No one actually going for the red camp. I mean, Nocturne's very, very good if they can clean up that red camp early because they can just grab everything. But it looks like they are going to be hanging around the blue for a very, very long time. And there we go. It looks like Draven's actually finally starting to kick off and go down. Misfortune still hanging around there. And they're actually not... Did they clean up the wolves? Yeah, it looks like Shen actually cleaned up his wolves first, whereas the Nocturne did not, which is probably a little bit of a mistake. He should have really cleaned that up very, very early, but he didn't. But it looks like, here we go, we do have the Draven, but also Misfortune and Tarek, they're getting very late to the lane, so it looks like he's not going to miss out on too much down here on this bottom lane. We'll watch it. Elise, she's already out with 2, but Cassidy's already got 4 standing around in that mid lane. Cassidy, one of those melee AP champions, he's got some great, fantastic bursts, but he does have that melee range, unfortunately, for his right click, so it is a little bit harder. There is a ward down sitting in this bottom bush, and there we go. The Lux actually places another one down, so both bushes are warded at the moment. Tarek does have a couple of those vision wards, so he can put one down, and he can probably pick out both those wards if he really wanted to, but I don't think he wants to waste one just yet. There's no point in it. There's no aggression coming out. And Lux, what did she take first up? She did take light binding, so she does have that bind if she wants. And then Tarek obviously has that dazzle straight up. So Draven, he's going to be sitting back. He's going to be farming nice and easy coming down into this lane. Nocturne Gen. Looks like Nocturne's actually getting through his jungle just a little bit quicker than the Shen. But oh, there we go. The stun comes out and Misfortune comes in just a little bit too late. Takes a lot of harass there from Draven. A lot of damage goes down onto her. And look at that. She gets away. She is very much down to 100 HP, and she has to back out already. She has no health potion. She started with a straight Doran's Blade, so this is very, very bad for the Misfortune down in this bottom lane. I mean, Draven, he did start off with at least a couple of health potions and a longsword, so he does have that attack damage as well as coming out. And there we go. Zed's coming up here on the top lane. The matchup, Zed versus Jace, and Zed's actually farming out very, very well at the moment. Unfortunately, for the Jace, he's not getting in there, but a few more levels, he'll be perfectly fine. There we go. We see that Lux trying to harass out that Tarek. The Tarek's not going anywhere, but Misfortune's finally coming back to lane. She's just coming to the tower right now. Yeah, so pretty much it's just going to be a farm fest for a little while, as it always is. I really want to watch that bottom lane because with the light binding, it can go down to first blood. As you can see, Draven put out a lot of damage very, very early onto that Misfortune. She had no chance. Did she actually buy herself some health pots when she was back there? Yes, she did. She bought 4 health pots as well as a mana pot. So, going to be very, very interesting to see how this goes. And there we go. We do see it. And Misfortune, great for us. If you can line it up, great for her ass, especially with that double up. She can do massive damage onto people very, very quickly. As long as you line it up properly. So we'll go back up to the top lane. It looks like Zed's actually pushed down now to the tower. And Rhinosaurus is actually Rhinosaurus is actually sitting back there on his Jace, farming back up a tower. Zed's just kicking back. He's not worrying too much about it. He's just throwing out those little cleave things, getting it as much as he can. There we go, Vision Ward down there. A stun comes out onto the Lux, but there we go. The Draven just turns around and goes on him, and they both run away. He's got a lot of damage output very, very early, and I don't think they know how to do it, especially with these Whirling Blades. These Whirling Blades are just, Spinning Axe are just doing so much for him. He's just picking up a lot more. And he's keeping him going at all times. He's just picking him up, and there we go. We see Misfortune try and go on him again, and there we go. Just pots up, perfectly fine, no issues. And he's just gonna, I think he's just gonna start pushing down onto the tower, try and see what they can do. Early towers is usually the name of the game here. The meta did change a little while ago with a quick tower push from the Chinese teams. I'm pretty sure it was. They started early pushing down towers, and they were beating the US sides. So should be interesting to see how far they actually get this down. Now we do have Jace up here on the top lane, and there we go. It looks like he's going to start going on the Zed, knocks him back, but very little damage done to Jace over there. Zed seems to be perfectly fine. Switches back over to his range form, lets out an explosive shot. There we go. There's the damage you want. But now he's out of mana. He's got no more mana, no mana pots in him. He still has a lot of health pelts, and he actually has. Oh, yeah, that's very interesting. That Jace, we'll just go back up to him for a second. He's got himself that Elixir of Fortitude and just health pots. He's got no other items on him, so he doesn't have any damage. He doesn't have any survivability items or nothing like that. All he's got is just regeneration and something to boost up his damage just a little bit more. Very odd to see. Usually we see boots and 3 pots or a cloth armor, at least to give him a little bit more armor, especially against it. And there we go. We do have intermittency. He is finally going back. He did take a little bit of damage down here. Probably a stun came out from Tarek. Lux was not at the lane. She'd already backed off, so that's probably why. And now the Misfortune's got some free farm down here. Kassadin looks like he's already picked up his tier of the Goddess. While we do have boots, she hasn't gone back, but she is getting heavily out CS'd by this Kassadin right now. She is only on 30 creeps, while the Kassadin is on 51, and Zed on the top lane is also very much out farming. Go to the mid lane, Misfortune. For that being sent back so very early, she does have 47 creeps. She is up on top. The only one who's really out farming at the moment is the Nocturne, and he is ahead by creeps, but that's just because Shen is a very, very slow jungler. But he is up here on the top lane. He is waiting to try and get a gank off. There he goes. Taunt comes in, ends up picking up on the Jace, and they are going to turn around. Zed hasn't thrown anything out just yet, so he hasn't gotten much. And we do have, looks like it is going to go down. Zed's going to just keep on farming up here on the top lane, and just going to force out another health pot from this Jace. Jace getting a lot of farm at the moment down here. Have a look at how much gold he's got at the moment. Jace is sitting on 1,400 gold, so he can go back at any time, pick up treads, maybe pick up a little more attack damage, maybe a Madreds. I don't know what he wants to exactly go down here. But there we go. We do have the ward down in there. Still, that has only just been recently placed, so he's placed the second one down here now. There you go, stun goes out onto the Lux, and it looks like we do have it, and there we go, light binding in. Draven's just going absolute town on this Misfortune. We do have the first blood down here, and he has been exhausted, and they're trying to catch up, they're trying to do what they can, but Misfortune, she is potting up, she looks like she is going to get away. No, but it's going to be turned around. First blood does go to the Misfortune, and a double kill right now. Nice turnaround, good exhaust that came out. I'm not sure who it was from. Was it from the Tarek? Yes, it was. Tarek exhausted that Draven. He couldn't do much anymore. They turned around onto the Tarek. Misfortune was potting up. She did have enough. Tarek with a good heal before as well. They do manage to pick up a double kill on the bottom lane. Very well played. Looks like the advantage is going to go down. They do already have a 2,000 gold advantage just from 2 kills. No towers have gone down or anything yet. It's just basically farm that's doing it. But Jay's still up on the top lane, farming up to his little Heart's Delight, and he is starting to catch up now on the Zed. Zed is at 59 and 56 for the Jace. So Zed very, very, very easily farms from range, but so does the Jace. That's the worst thing about it. And he kept him down very well early on in the game. So, and it doesn't look like any one of them want to really go back. And there we go, Shock Blast comes out again. And with the acceleration gate, just absolutely damages down that Zed. And he's going to have to watch out for that a lot, because that range can just do so much damage. But it does look like a gank is going to be coming down on the bottom lane. There is a ward in the bush. It's Nocturne. He is not level 6. Yeah, he is level 6. So he could have ganked from very far back. But it doesn't look like he wanted to. He sort of semi-went in there. And there we go. We see the two of them actually go in to the bush just to make sure that he's moving away and he's not actually there. And he's come back around. Looks like he's going to be taking up that red and then most likely gank up on that bottom lane. So there he goes. He comes down. He doesn't really have the mana for it either. So, but there we go. Stun goes out. And we do have the Misfortune ultimate straight out. But a good shield there by the Lux. So, taking out a lot of that damage right now. And does look like Shen's come into the middle lane. Looks like he's trying to get in. But a lot of damage to come out straight away from at least... And the Cassidy is back in lane now. He does have a Catalyst as well as a Tear of the Goddess, so a lot of mana regeneration, especially early on in the game. He's going to be getting a lot from that Catalyst because of the health and mana regen that it gives you. And Zed just trying to harass down, and there we go. Cassidy jumps in there instantly, jumps down on the Elise, and then gets silenced up, and he's outputting a lot of damage right now. And you just look at him going. He's just going stun out from Elise, saved her life. It looks like Cassidy's just going to be going around, pushed up to the lane. He is going to be going up. It looks like he's going to be trying to gank off that Jace. No, he's actually going to be running back down. But it does look like we do have a double back here from the Misfortune and the Taric. It looks like, I wonder what they're going to be buying up. Taric buys himself. He's got himself that Philo Stone already. Picks himself up a Ruby Stone for some more health. Vision Ward and a Sight Ward. Well, the Misfortune, she picks up a BF Sword as well as a Vampiric Scepter, so it looks like she's going in for a very, very early Bloodthirster and try and farm up as many stacks as she can, and she's getting some big, big damage out here. Shen now has his Madra's Razor. He also has a Kindle Gem, just to try and give himself a little bit of cooldown, a little bit more tankiness to go around him. Draven, he does have that Vampiric Scepter, but I don't think he's too close to getting his BF Sword. No, he's not. He's still a little bit away from that, so... We do have them all coming and fighting it very hard down here, and there we go. It looks like the Cassidy just wants to jump in there and try and burst down as much as he can. And it looks like he's going to be going back again. Notice that teleport? Yes, teleport. Teleport straight down into the bottom lane. Looks like he's going to be going down on the two of them. And oh, that's big, big. And one more jump, one more jump. There we go. And 2 kills go down onto the bottom lane again. Cassidy with a teleport onto the ward in the bottom lane. And it does look like we have Nocturne come down here, goes on the Cassidy. The Cassidy leaps away, gets himself out of there. And does he have that ult? Yes, Nocturne does have that ult. So if he sees any of them, he can jump straight in there and take him out, but it doesn't look like he's going to. He's a little wary of this lane, and I would be too, especially with that stun that can come out and then all the damage from Misfortune, especially seeing she's got that VF sword up so very quickly. It's going to be very, very scary down here for anyone to try. And there we go, stun comes out and just straight up just gets annihilated. Exhaust goes down from the Taric, and it looks like we could have him in a little bit of trouble, and no, he's just going to be able to escape out of it just on the slither of health. He is on 300 HP, but he is going to pot up. What has he got himself already? He does... Yeah, he's got himself a Wriggles already, so he'll just go straight back into the jungle. He'll keep farming up perfectly fine there. He won't have any issues whatsoever. And Zed and Jace farming on top. There's still nothing going on with all of them, and he misses that shock blast. Good try to get into the position, and Zed looks like Zed wants to go on. A knockback goes off, and Zed just jumps straight in there, and the big hit comes out as Zed uses his own ultimate. And it looks like he's going Stand United comes in from the Shen, and that's going to be Jace going down Zed. Nice Stand United coming in by the Shen with the Ghost popped just to be able to get in with the taunt. Jace not expecting that. Shen is at that level 6. You always got to watch out for those style of ganks, especially just going on. And it does look like the Nocturne is going to jump up into the top lane. Does he have teleport as well? Yes, he does. He teleports himself up into the top lane. Smite teleport Nocturne in the jungle. Not something I'm used to seeing, but he only teleports up just to get himself into a better position. And then we go back down to bottom lane. It's 5-0 at the moment. 4k advantage going, or 3.5k advantage going towards strength in numbers. They are just absolutely decimating this game at the moment. They haven't taken any towers yet. They don't really want to push. They just want to farm up their carries a little bit more. Misfortune has picked up that Bloodthirster. She's on 103 CS, farming very, very well. And the Cassidy, 116 to the Elise's 75. Big plays coming out here, and she's very, very fun. Look at the Taric. They're just scared of the Taric. Taric's just walking down going, come on, I'll dazzle you. And look at that damage. Barely any damage done by the Draven at the moment to the Taric. Taric does have himself a Sight Stone, so it does give him a little bit of extra health. He does have plenty of wards he can put down. Dodges that, and look, the Taric's just standing there taking whatever they want to throw out at her. Sorry, him. We all know Taric's a man, but how much of one we're not sure. So yeah, but look, he just heals himself up. He's got some bonus armor from his passive there. And there's just no damage going down whatsoever onto it. But it does look like Elise is actually going now up into the top lane. We do have Nocturne coming in for a gank at the bottom lane. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. We do have Zed under his own tower. Jace, he can't jump into that right now. Elise is just waiting there in the wings, waiting for the Zed to push out. And here he comes right now. He's staying in the bushes, staying very, very smart. He does have his jump if he really wants to. And there we go. Elise comes in here. And then we got him going back, straight back out. He's going to run straight in, jumps out, over to the other side. And we're going to see how it goes. Stun comes out now. Jay, is he going to be in a lot of trouble? Zed, he's going very, very low, and he does get taken out instantly down here. And we go back to the bottom lane where there's more of a skirmish going out. And the bind goes out, and the ultimate from Misfortune is not going to be enough. The shield goes out from Lux. She protects herself from a lot of that damage. It probably still wouldn't have been enough, but that double up straight onto the Draven there hurt him a lot, and he's going to have to stay here and try and defend this lane. But if he stays too much down here, there's still a lot of health on these two. They can just dive him down as much as they want. And there we go, he pops it, moves away a little bit quicker, and Misfortune is going to get a lot of free damage down on this tower. And that ultimate was too short. You wanted it to go through the creeps, and the first tower is going to be going down. Misfortune is going to take it down on the bottom lane, and it looks like a top lane at the same time. Jace actually picks that up. So for the Zed, who's been farming absolutely fantastically, but Jace has actually farmed up a lot as well. He's managed to stay up here, but the trouble is that bottom lane, Lux and Draven both dying twice down there now. 3 kills to the Misfortune and 1 free one to the Kassadin. That's going to cause a lot of trouble, because as much as these tanky guys can do it, but one really nice AD carry, farmed up AD carry with a tanky sort of front line is going to be brilliant. And they do have it. They have the Shen, they have Taric, and they've also got the Zed, who will, all three of them will get reasonably tanky throughout this game, and they can do a lot of the crowd disruption. So that Misfortune is going to have the time of her life standing in the back line, just absolutely smashing everyone's faces. And I mean, even Kassadin, they're going to probably want to go on Kassadin because of his big burst damage, and he jumps into the fight. He jumps into the middle of them, and he has picked up that Rod of Ages now as well, so he's got even more damage output coming from himself with the Rod of Ages. Makes him a little bit tankier and gives him a lot. Jace, we do see, has the Brutalizer. He's got himself 2 Doran's Blades, Ninja Tabby, and look at that. Big hits there going in, and Jace looks like he's he's being smited, and there we go, Stand United coming in right now, and it looks like the Shen really wants to go in, gets the taunt off the Zed. No, Zed ran around the other way, and he's not going to be able to do it, and there we go, he jumps over the wall with his little thing. Flat Jace is going to go down. Zed almost being taken out as well, so very, very good plays there, but I mean, like, that just shows how much damage output that Jace can do. Sorry guys, he can just walk in there and just absolutely annihilate people, and I mean, that was a 2v1, and the Shen actually got him, but here comes the Nocturne as well. Jungler on jungler now in the lane, see how they go, and look at this, the Nocturne is just going straight onto him. Nocturne does have some decent damage output, but just going on him, no, Shen's just going to walk away. It goes down to about half HP, that's so tanky. That Shen's so tanky, all he's got is Wriggles. And the Shen, he's actually got himself a Giant's Belt, so he's got a lot of health under his belt right now. He's got Null Mantle as well, so it looks like he's probably going to be just going up, trying to get himself into that, trying to think of it now, Merc Treads. As I said guys, my apologies, haven't played this game in a very long time, or casted it either. It does look like they're going out. Surprisingly, with the advantage that they've got down here on the bottom lane, they haven't gone for a dragon yet. You really should get that Shen down there to try and pick up that dragon ASAP. Give yourself even more advantage. I mean, they've got 4 grand at the moment, a bit over 4 grand, but here we go. It does look like he's going to go coming down. Zed's actually coming down, and you got the Misfortune as well. Flashes over the wall and manages to get herself out really nicely, and just gets out really well. And there's the Nocturne coming in for the help of the Elise. And Elise, a lot of trouble. It looks like they're going to be coming in to try and push down this mid now. Draven and Lux both coming up into the mid lane now. We've got 4 men down here. Kassadin is backing off by the look of it. Yep, he is going back home. And Jace looks like he's going to be coming around from the back end, and he can output so much damage as long as he doesn't get caught out. There we go. Oh, the damage down onto the Nocturne. He's in a lot of trouble. Oh, is he just going to get away? Lux with the shield at the last second. Goes out the light binding, picks up 2. And just manages to escape. No casualties go down there at all. Only by the skin of their teeth. But here comes Elise as well. And there goes Jace. Big impact there with the acceleration gate as well, I think. And here's Kassadin. It looks like he wants to try and jump in. There he is, right behind. And Misfortune takes out the Elise there really, really well. They're fighting under the tower. Double kill now. Picks up the Jace. as well. And you just got Jen standing underneath this tower, just tanking the whole lot of it. Tarek gets out by the skin of his teeth. Miss Fortune down to about a third of her HP. Zed still in there, tanky as all hell, and the Cassidy jumping in from behind, teleported to the ward on the other side. Just managing to output all his damage and then get in. He looks like he's going to be going up to the top lane. So a nice trade there. 3-0 trade. They're all getting out perfectly fine. So it's 1-9 now in favour of strength in numbers. And they're just running away with this game. But they still haven't taken a dragon. They should have taken one about 5 or 10 minutes ago. So it looks like we are coming up into a bit of a lull now. No more fights going on. No pushes. Cassidy just farming up on that top lane. It looks like he's sitting perfectly fine. Just having the time of his life farming up. He does have those source shoes now. And how much gold does he have on himself? He does manage to have another 1,400. So if he wants to, he can start sort of going into that Archangel stuff very shortly. Only about another 400 gold away from being able to afford that Archangel stuff. So it would be interesting to see if he's going to go that route or whether he's going to get himself any sort of armor. Because we do have 3 very, very armor-dependent heroes on the attack damage heroes. It does look like we have Jace. He's just going out onto that Zed, but Zed dodges the thing. And there we go. Finally, Dragon's been going down. And it looks like they're just about to get it. There we go. Dragon is down, and now they're going to be walking out. And it looks like the Nocturne was just hanging around there at the last moment, trying to sort out what he could find out. But we will keep going, and there we go. They found out the Nocturne. Miss Fortune just going to absolute town on him. He does throw out that, can't think of the name of it. My bad, people. There's Dustbringer. That's the one of it. So he gets the bonus movement speed away from him, and he is going to go back to base without too much of an issue. Zed, he is pushing down on that mid tower, and it looks like Elise was coming in there trying to get it, but he's just going to blink away using one of his shadows, and he's perfectly fine there. And it looks like we do have the Elise now. She's going to be farming up a little more into the lane. We have a look at the farm. Zed's actually pulled away again. He's about 20 CS ahead, but that is the big difference right there, people. 200 CS now up on the Cassidy, and only 130 for the Elise. While we have a look at the AD carries, we do have 165 sitting on the Miss Fortune, as well as the 5 kills she's managed to pick up in the meantime. She is farmed. She's got herself a last whisper. She's hitting so very hard, and very shortly she's going to be picking herself up another item. No, she's only got 200 something gold, so no more items. She's just bought up that thing. And the Draven, he does finally have up his Bloodthirster, but he's getting nowhere near it. He still has his boots of speed. He hasn't picked up the extras yet. He probably could afford them if he wanted to. Yeah, he can afford them right now if he wanted to go and grab them, but here we go. Got the Miss Fortune just standing around in the mid lane, and she knows she can just sit here. And oh no, she's been caught out. She's in a little bit of trouble, and a good shield there that comes out from the Nocturnes, blocking that dazzle from the Tarek. But here we go. It looks like they want to try and re-engage, and nope, just letting the spider go out and just wanting to go. And there we go, another one, and that hit so hard on the Miss Fortune. She can't stand at the tower anymore. She will have to back off unless Tarek can heal her up a couple of times before these guys go for a push. But no, it looks like the the Nocturne's actually gone and teleported up to top because Shen's been split pushing out that lane, but he can stand united in whenever he feels like it. He does have it up at the moment, so he will be perfectly fine to be able to go out there. And there we go, Tarek manages to stun the Elise under the tower, but nothing comes out. And there we go, another blast come out from Jace. Absolutely decimating, especially someone like Miss Fortune. She doesn't have any armor, she doesn't have any magic resist just yet, so she's very, very squishy at this point. She does have a lot of health still coming out from that Bloodthirster. How many stacks has she got up on it? She does have 30 stacks up on it right now, so she does have a lot of health still. Like you see, every shot's giving her back 30, and like she's almost back up to full health on her own as well as the thing, but she does get caught out there. But no, they can't get in there to do any damage to her. Lux just throws out Singularity. Just a try, but it does look like the Zed and the Tarek are both going to be backing off to base, while we do have the Miss Fortune just standing in the mid lane. She have her ultimate up? Oh no, not yet, but she can basically just protect this lane as much as you want. But it does look like the tower is going to go down. That's it. Miss Fortune, but she is going in. She does have the Cassidy in here as well. A lot of damage goes down. Cassidy, big burst damage coming out there. She is going to take that up, and it looks like the Draven now in a lot of trouble. Double kill for the Cassidy, and one goes off to Miss Fortune. So they did take the tower, but they lost 3 people for it, which is not exactly a trade that you want to do. Like, the 3 people is worth a lot more. The experience plus the gold that comes out for that, and they're just running away massively. They've got probably a huge experience lead at the moment. I mean, like, that Misfortune's already up to level 13, Zed's up to 14, Cassidy up to 16. We have a look at the Elise is only 14, Draven's only 10, 3 levels behind the Misfortune. Jace is the only one who's sort of keeping up with them at all. And look at this, they're just going to go down straight onto this tower, and they're just going to absolutely annihilate it. And Zed with a lot of trouble, but Misfortune ults straight up, and it does look like Elise is going to come back down and is going to be taken out there by the Zed, and Tarek just running into the base, just going as much as you want. And there we go, the acceleration gate as well as the blast comes out, and Zed, oh, nice jump in, and Stand United comes in from the Shen. It looks like he finally wants to get involved in this fight as well. He's coming down and being blocked out. The Misfortune gets caught, and there's the Shen, a double taunt right there. And it does look like, will they get it? Yes, they are going to get it. The Misfortune does pick up the kill on the Lux, and it's now 14 for 1. They have not lost a single person in this entire fight, and they've managed to take at least 4 out so far over the course of this whole tower. But yeah, now they're going to be going back off. See what they can do. They've got a massive advantage at the moment. It's 10,000 advantage going up. 4 towers, 2-2. And this game is just getting run away. Look at Zed, just going straight into the jungle, farming up. Realizes he didn't hit that creep properly, and he is just going to back off. Interesting to see what he's going to buy. Zed, it does look like he is going for the Bloodthirster himself. He does have the Brutalizer as well as the Phage, so he might be going into Trinity Force or even a Frozen Mallet. Who knows? He does pick up a Ruby Crystal, so it looks like he's going to be getting that Black Cleaver next. But Misfortune, you have a look, she does have the boots, she does have herself the Zeal, so she's got some bonus attack speed, just not relying alone. But Cassidy looks like he's down here on the bottom lane. He is going to get taunted up by it, and there is 3 people down here, but he's just going to Blinko himself over the wall, and the flash comes in from the Elise, and she's going to get it, and oh god, that ult, yes, it is going to pick it up. Draven finally on the board with a kill, picks himself up the Cassidy, a good kill to get as well. Would have been worth a lot of gold for it, and Nocturne tanks up a lot of that damage. He is going to just get himself out of there. But in the meantime, Zed manages to pick up the Jace. Jace caught out by the rest of their team, so it is a 1-for-1 trade in all honesty. And it does look like, ooh, are they actually going in for Baron? It does look like yes. It looks like the Tarek wants to go in for it, but no, he can't tank that up all by himself. He needs the Shen. He needs Zed in there to try and get it. And we have a look down, and Cassidy, he has picked himself up a needlessly large rod. He did pick up that. It's now a Seraph's Embrace because of the amount of stacks he did have on it, as well as blasting one. So now he's going to be going into that death cap as well. And there we go, Zed's down here, absolutely annihilating. And this is going to be the Baron buff. Their whole team is up at the moment, so he's going to be perfectly fine once they get this Baron buff up. But it is like the Cassidy is going down onto the bottom line. He wants to catch up to the Zed, but Lux is here in support. So, but that's not going to really bother out that. He's just going to burst them all down anyway. And there we go. Do have a barrier up right now. And there we go. He just jumps straight in, absolutely annihilates him. Waiting for the next jump, waiting for his next sphere. Yep, there we go. And oh, is that Lux going to die? Yeah, she should definitely die. Oh, one more jump, one more jump. And is he going to be able to get it? Yes, there he goes. Manages to get it out with the pulse. So he's going to be perfectly fine with that. And now he's just going to clean up this wave as well. Nocturne is sitting here in the jungle, but he doesn't know that Zed's very, very close by. But Zed is going to be jumping in. He's going to be going straight in for that dragon. Does take out the ward first. Goes in. It looks like Nocturne, as well as Elise, is most likely going to be hanging around this dragon area. I'm not sure if they know that Cassidy is here. They probably do, but there you go. Now they do, but he's already gotten out of there. And we could expect that strength in numbers should be going for a big push very shortly. They do have the Baron buff up on themselves. Only took the 3 of them to take him out. So, and the dragon goes down to him as well. So this advantage is getting way out of control now. 13,000 gold experience advantage going into the way in strength and numbers. Knife and Fork Patrol, it looks like they're in a lot of trouble here. And big damage coming out from that Misfortune. Has she finished up that Venom Desert? No, it looks like she went into the Stake Shiv. So she's going to be getting charges as she moves and attacks and everything else. So she's going to be getting a lot of bonus damage coming out from that. Not massive, but it's big enough to make people worry about you, and it's very, very good for cleaning off the creep wave. And you just have a look, she's just moving around, and Shen, as he's doing, just standing up on there on that top lane, he is just going to keep split pushing out and dragging one away. Like, you have a look, the Jace has actually been dragged away from that mid lane, and now they're going in for a push down into the mid. And we do have the Zed, looked like he tried to jump in there. Misfortune just poking away at him. And this is very, very strange because the poke comp is actually there by Knife and Fork Patrol, but they're not getting anything out of it. Like, the Jace is not being able to get anything out. I mean, like, You're not getting much, and the Cassidy manages to see the Lux up on the high ground. There is a ward there, just sitting over the top. And you look at the Shen. The Shen's just standing there, taking all the damage that Jace wants to put out on him, but with that Sunfire Cape and how tanky he is, and here we go, the rotation comes around from the rest of the team. Jace is going to go down, and they will most likely pick up this tower here for free as well. Misfortune and Tarek holding off the rest of the team, so no one can come out and help. And there we go, we do have the stun, and Castaner just absolutely annihilates it. Big burst damage coming out there. They do have 2 down. They can push into the base if they want. They do have it, and oh god, big damage coming out. They don't even stand a chance. They've just been absolutely annihilated down in this middle lane, and that's it. They're going to be pushing into the base with this, and they're most likely going to be taking the game very, very easily. This Castaner is just absolutely insane, and there it is. Surrender Vote does come out from Strength, some Falcon, Knife and Fork Patrol, so the game will be taken here by Strength in numbers, absolutely decimating their opposition. Oh, my bad, guys, wrong key. Oh. Might help if I can find the right key. That would be very, very helpful. But it will be sending down onto... We'll just wait 1 second. There we go. Down into the end screen. Lux 060 support with no assists at all. Draven 160 got nothing. He was well behind from the very start. I mean, Misfortune, he pushed her back very early on, but she did manage to come back very, very well. I mean, that Nocturne, he did get up as much as he could. Unfortunately, he wasn't good enough, but just very well played there by Strength in numbers. Just came in, absolutely decimated the side. That Misfortune just made sure she farmed, and she got so much damage coming out. So thank you very much, guys. I am GameStars Ragnarok. I am here at Respawn 27. Apparently a LAN to taco about. You can all thank Tris for that one. So I will be bringing you all the League of Legends games coming out here from Respawn today, and I'll catch you guys in the next game.